All right, let's dive into this acupressure thing for wrist pain, huh? You've sent us some interesting stuff on this. Seems like you're really checking out alternative therapies.
Yeah, it's definitely gaining popularity.
So we're talking about like using the body's energy instead of just popping pills for pain.
That's the core idea behind traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. It's a whole different way of thinking compared to Western medicine.
Okay, so how's it different?
Well, Western medicine usually goes straight for the symptoms, but TCM is all about finding the root cause and getting your whole system back in balance.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this key thing I keep hearing about.
Qi, pronounced chi, think of it as your vital energy, that life force.
Right, okay.
And this energy flows through your body along specific paths called meridians. They're like channels, almost like rivers, and chi is the water flowing through them.
Okay, I'm trying to picture that. So when we're talking wrist pain, are we saying there's a blockage in the flow of qi to the wrist?
Exactly. Think of it like a traffic jam in one of those channels. That's what causes the pain or stiffness.
Makes sense. So acupressure is like sending in a traffic controller to clear things up.
Love the analogy. It's like acupressure or even acupuncture. They zero in on specific points along these meridians to clear those blockages and get that qi flowing smoothly.
The source mentioned a bunch of specific points like TE5, SI4, SI5 are these like the main intersections on this energy highway.
You got it. Each point has a specific name, location, and it does a particular job. Take TE5, also called Wiguan. It's on the back of your forearm, a bit away from your wrist crease.
Okay, I'm following.
Now, this point is known for relieving wrist pain and tension, especially from doing the same motions over and over again, like typing on a keyboard all day.
Wait, so you're telling me that by pressing on that spot, we could ease pain from things like carpal tunnel?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It's not just masking the pain, but getting to the root of that energy blockage.
Now, what about those other points, SI4 and SI5? The source kept pairing those together.
Good catch. Those are on the pinky side of your hand and wrist. They're connected to the small intestine meridian.
Hold on, the small intestine meridian. So my wrist is connected to my digestion now.
Well, not exactly. It's not about digestion in the literal sense. TCM sees each meridian as linked to a certain organ system and its functions, but it's more of an energy connection.
They're more complicated than just the physical organ.
Right. Like the small intestine meridian, it's about how we take in nutrients, get rid of waste, both physically and emotionally. On an energy level, it's about our ability to let go of stress emotions.
Whoa, I never thought of it like that. You mean, if I have trouble letting go emotionally, it could actually show up as, like, a stiff wrist.
That's exactly what TCM suggests. Holding on to things, whether it's stress or tension, can block that small intestine meridian, and you might feel it in your wrist, elbow, even your shoulder.
This is fascinating. So by using acupressure on those SI points, are we helping to clear those blockages and bring that meridian back into balance?
Precisely. You're giving your body what it needs to heal itself.
Mind-blowing. So we talked about acupressure in general, but the source also mentioned Li6 and Li11 for wrist pain. What about those?
Those are acupuncture points along the large intestine meridian. Li6, or Pianli, is on the forearm, a few finger widths below the wrist crease, on the thumb side. It's known for clearing blockages, reducing pain and stiffness in that meridian.
And Li11, that one sounds a little more intense. It's at the elbow crease, right?
Yeah, that's right. Li11, or Quachi, is right in the elbow crease on the outside when your arm is bent. It's a powerful point for pain and inflammation in both the arm and the wrist.
You mentioned these other techniques, besides acupressure, that a practitioner might use things like tendinomuscular treatments and distal meridian therapy. Can you unpack those a bit?
Absolutely. Let's start with tendinomuscular treatments.
Okay.
As the name implies, it's all about the muscles and tendons.
Right.
Remember those channels we talked about where the qi flows?
The meridians, yeah.
Exactly. Well, tendinomuscular treatments, they work on the physical pathways of those meridians.
Interesting.
So we're talking hands-on techniques like massage, stretching, and manipulating the muscles and tendons to release tension, improve circulation, and promote healing in those specific areas.
So it's like giving those energy channels a little tune-up to make sure everything's flowing smoothly.
Exactly. And for wrist pain, these treatments can be really helpful for carpal tunnel, tendinitis, even arthritis.
That makes sense. So by releasing that tension in the muscles and tendons around the wrist, we're essentially creating more space for the qi to flow freely.
Exactly. Which can mean less pain and better movement.
Now, on that note, a huge thank you to you for joining us on this acupressure adventure. And to our listeners, we hope this episode has given you some food for thought and maybe even inspired you to explore the world of TCM. Until next time, be well.